Sierra 6, we line up and wait, runway 10, right, get them 140.
Seamless transition from Adrian and Orford over to Dubjet. And there we have the man in red. I am rocking my Dubjet hoodie today, yeah. Farmer, welcome. Sarah Jane, hello to you.
Romeo Mike, contact with on 122.4, bye-bye. 122.4, Echo Romeo Mike, thank you.
He's already gone, look. The only evidence he was ever there is the ladder. Lady Helen, welcome. Matt, hello.
147, surface wind 100 degrees, 9 on us. Runway 10 right,
He's there in the background. He's there. There he is. Fair play to Adrian. Been going since before 8 o'clock this morning. Afternoon to you all. You join me on a not very happy Sunday. I was at home watching Adrian's stream, and an article came up on the Sunday Independent that Aer Lingus are starting to cancel flights. So, according to the Sunday Independent, 500 flights over the next couple of weeks are for the chop. Includes Seattle, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Toronto, Zurich, Berlin, and of course, where I've booked to go in June, far away. So I haven't heard that myself yet. But obviously, if it's only an internal memo that the Independent are after getting a hold of, normal customers like myself won't have been informed yet. Yeah, so it looks like the long haul stuff is getting walloped. Now, apparently, this memo makes no reference to fuel. It's due to essential maintenance. It's a fair, sad looking sock right there. You can tell Dean's in the Canaries. The sock is missing him. So yeah, not great news. Hopefully it isn't an issue. You never know. I imagine I have booked the early morning flight to Faro on the A330. I imagine that's the high capacity one. They'll keep that running and they may cancel the later A320s. I'm hoping, but you look. But Toronto is an A330, isn't it? As is Seattle and San Fran. So if it's an issue affecting the A330s for grounding or maintenance, well then I've booked the wrong flight, haven't I? Brian says many airlines are cancelling flights between now and the end of May. Yeah, we've seen, as we spoke about on Friday there, Air Canada are withdrawn from JFK for the next 2 months. Or 3 months, is it? Did they say till the end of the summer or did they say the end of May? May. Thank you very much, May. 22 months in the Spotters Club. Just going to adjust my phone here. So we have an A330 on taxi for Orlando. So, based on this departure, let me know whether the microphones need to be adjusted. They are set up for the pillars, but obviously I'm not there today, so we can go higher or lower depending on what's needed after the sound of this departure. Do let me know. We are in the chest thumping position today over on Horizon Hill. Now you know why it's called Horizon Hill. Shredderhead, how do? Glenn. So yeah, just a little sneaky Sunday afternoon. I asked for permission and it was granted. I do suffer a penalty. Apparently, if I'm going streaming, she was going shopping, and I was like, no, okay. Yeah, the road I can't do much about, but how did the 330 do? Was it distorted? Was it low? Or are we okay? Ado Gonzo. Sarah Jane, it's the same reason why A220s are called Wookiees. No one knows. It's a mystery. 330 sound was great. Okay. Thank you, Brian. Does anyone know why there's a Delta 330 parked up beside the FedEx? Let's have a look and see. Of course you did. So it was, the A330, Chris, was DL22, Detroit to Munich, and it diverted into Dublin on the 18th. What was that, yesterday? So it was Detroit to Munich and diverted in reason unknown. We might get a bit of this today, chopping and changing between the two. Obviously, we can see both from here. Now, we'll not jinx it, but obviously, if they change runways, we are out of position and there's nothing I can do about it. It does look like easterlies for the week, so we might be okay. I don't think it's going to change. But stranger things have happened here, as you know.
What about you?
Again, Sarah Jane, I think there has to be more to the name of this hill. I don't know. It's just, oh, it just got like inundated with flies. What? Oh, hello. Stand by. Hello. Oh, your big itchy head, yeah.
07 and to line up and wait on runway 10 right. United 229, copy.
United 757 heading down to Sierra 7 right in front of us.
Dublin Tower, good afternoon. Student solo, active 0 Kilo Papa. 0432. Rangers 0 Kilo Papa, Dublin Tower. Today, zone entry is approved at above 2000 feet, Dublin 1027. 4027,
Now, we do have a bit of heat haze. There's not much I can do about it. That's what happens when the sun comes out to play. So.
Then on Springhead down to Waterford. For Waterford, going to be push and go, and then on to Sligo for full stop, and then back to West, and then going to be 30 kilometres. Kilo Papa, Roger, remain south of
Carrick, afternoon. Hey, really perfecting that plane through a bus window thing.
Kilo Papa, 0430. 0430, I can be 0 Kilo Papa.
this 757 heading back to Washington. Matt's going to commission plane through bus window art piece. Thanks, Matt. We get a mural done and put it on a sign here. Replace the Horizon sign. So the plan is I'm going to stay with you till about 5 o'clock. We have the usual TWE 30s to depart between 4:45 and 5. Depending on its scheduling, I think there's a retro to be squeezed in there too. So let's see how it goes.
Just waiting for reading the subject with no planning at Ramsdale. 229.
Jer, afternoon in Carlo, Dubai 720. Welcome. Thank you all from those that came over from Ado stream. See the heat coming off the 757 blown across the nose of the Ryanair, look. If I need to darken things down, let me know.
When you're airborne, 09 not, only 10 right, clear for takeoff.
Contact departure on 132.1580, clear to departure, takeoff on runway 10 right, United 229. Kilo Papa, sound to me, pitch and to me, 1500 feet.
Kilo Papa, report break back then.
Just not clear to me. I don't know. Will it come out the top or will it level off? Come on. There you are. No, it's leveling off. Knew it. Ryanair to Santander.
Echo India, Sierra
Tom.
Papa, traffic information
Morning.
for you. Sierra Yankee Lima, Cessna 170 is on opposite direction and will be routing great towards west.
Copy the traffic.
ABV4 now about 2000 feet.
Behind that, we have Ryanair to Stansted. Philly, welcome.
Equity Sierra Yankee Lima, another 2,000 feet from zone, and traffic information for you off the direction traffic center 172 Sierra Kilo Papa is just been colliding now tracking southbound towards the break.
Glenn says, I know a guy who can take that sign down. Well, I've always imagined they just forgot about it, but it looks like they've actually redone the sign recently. It's very clean looking, so it's annoying, but anyway. It was looking more dishevelled than it is now.
Sierra Yankee Lima, 8 another 2,000 feet from zone, and traffic now 14 passenger, 9 roughly 1 mile.
Ryanair to Stansted with Aer Lingus to Heathrow behind that. Matt arrived on the Heathrow flight earlier on during 8:03.
Whiskey, wind 110 days knots, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Runway 10 right, clear for takeoff on that 3 Whiskey.
Hold on, Sierra Kilo Papa, traffic to 7 great moment. Not or first at 1,500 feet, have you got some flight?
Negative inside, I'm just at 2,000 feet now. I'm in the Bray, just over the water. I could be Sierra Kilo Papa.
Your Papa, looks like you're in your 1 o'clock position, your 2 o'clock position now, about 10 miles.
I actually just Sierra Kilo Papa, have traffic inside.
Sierra Kilo Papa, thanks.
Thanks very much, actually, Sierra Kilo Papa.
1 Yankee, line up runway 10 right. Line up 10 right, come at 16 Yankee. Sierra Yankee, leave that traffic passing between you on your right hand side. Thanks, Sierra Lima Yankee, and some chimneys and panels to settle the link to the top turn with Dr. Kirsten. When you see our Kilo Papa, take care, hold there, sir. Use Dublin information, moment like that will find, alright?
Tom, we were saying earlier, the sock-nosed Dean has gone to the Canary Islands, so it's just sad. He's feeling abandoned and unloved. Pegasus told to line up while Aer Lingus departs to Heathrow. Boom. One was real and the other one wasn't, what? Well, there was a real one there. Oh, I'm imagining it. Anyway. Felt bad, was second last to board, and I had to kick someone out of my booked window seat. They probably thought boarding was just about... Isn't that cheeky though, isn't it? You didn't book a window. Get up.
158, wind 090 degrees 5 knots, max 12, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
Pegasus to Istanbul. Two for... Glenn, we were just discussing there, so it's in the Sunday Independent today that Aer Lingus are cancelling up to 500 flights over the next couple of weeks. Mostly affected San Fran, Seattle, Minneapolis, Toronto, Berlin, Zurich and Faro. So... George, afternoon. Your man's on the phone. It was quite class. I knew. This plane's going nowhere till I get... Well, I'm going to tell you now, yeah, I'll be the same as you if I've paid for it. Whatever about random seat allocation, but if I've paid for the window, absolutely. Like, you just know that person when they were booking their seat or when they were reserving their seat in row 3, Matt, they looked at it and was like, grrr, F is gone. But they still wanted to be near the front of the plane, so they had no choice. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here over the next few weeks. Like today, I think is probably one of the busiest days so far of the year. There's 760 odd aircraft movements, if not slightly higher. Oh, we're looking a little dark now, aren't we? I do have my glasses on, but... Bernard, I've never left it to the lottery on a Ryanair flight. I've always booked my seat in advance. I know some people don't bother, but I always have. Normally because I'm travelling with someone and I prefer to be seated beside them, but even if I was travelling on my own, I'd always book it just so I have a window or whatever, you know. Pump the brightness. We get a wave? No. Oh, we got flashy lights. We got flashy lights. Yes. XLR tank lights. You won't see them on the 321 Neos or the LRs. They're in the wing on the standard LRs. On this one, they are recessed into the bigger middle centre tank. Let me know if that's an improvement, Tom. XLR off to Nashville.
Signs up 7.1, correction 09037 off runway 10 right, clear for takeoff, alright? Clear takeoff,
Looks good, thank you very much. So again, recessed light on the XLR. It's just around there on the LRs. Windsor locks for XLT. Wouldn't mind the extra. I've paid for extra legroom once on a Ryanair flight. So then myself and ourselves were coming back from Malaga. €36 on top of the fare. Each. Even standard seats aren't free anymore now. $6.99 on Aer Lingus. Here you can sit beside the toilet and pay $6.99 for the pleasure. Gonna turn for the 330. .330 EIDAA, we seen land on 80 stream earlier on. This is off to Cancun. Will it emerge? I don't know. Random bird just pottering past the back of it there. Beach Life, Wendy, welcome. Extra leg room seats essential on Ryanair when you're 6'4" like my other half. Can't sit. Yeah, well, yeah. Thankfully, I'm in the category of vertically challenged folks, so I'm okay. A solid 5'9" after lying down for about 12 hours. Rob, afternoon to you. Welcome along. Emirates start up in the background is what you can hear. Ado streamed for 6 hours and 11 minutes, a record. I think, Adrian, the previous was 6 hours and 3 minutes or something like that, wasn't it? So, well done. Home now, just need something to eat. Streamed for 6 hours, so I'm going to have to sort it myself because no one's cooking for me. Yeah, no, I know what that's like. It's okay. We have, I don't know whether I'm going to get this. I'll try. Hawkeye out and about. Swiss Wookie, I'm at Sierra 7, it'll go Sierra 6, guaranteed. Joe in Kildare. Hello. Hawkeye directly above him. Yes. Well, it's not a Swiss Wookiee, is it? Let's have a look. Looky at the Wookiee. No, it's 321. Nyeh. Five hours and 52 minutes was the previous record. So first time breaking 6 hours. Poor Mohawk's gonna hate you. We can only hope it's a Pratt & Whitney Swiss 321. I am scheduled to fly to Zurich on the 8th of May. And it's an Air Baltic Wookiee out in the morning, and then on the 10th in the evening time it's a Swiss A320, I believe, on the way back. After 4 years, we're finally giving Ruth her birthday Zurich trip that I had to cancel. Although, waiting to see what happens now, but that's probably going to go cancelled on me as well. Saying nothing. BA Embraer from London City. Oh yeah, okay. So, Swiss going to Sierra 6, as you just heard.
Confirm the runway designator 10 right. 10 right, Swiss 1 Charlie.
Emirates going to do the loop. George, I've said this a couple of times when people ask. I have no control over that, unfortunately. I can control the ads that interrupt the stream. I can't control the ones that pop up over the chat. I did get onto YouTube about it. They don't plan on giving creators that control. My honest opinion is it's to make people move towards premium, because it doesn't happen then. But you will see ads pop up over your chat if you don't have YouTube Premium. I can't control that. I've turned off every other ad possible, but I can't control. I think they're called what are they called? Anyway, there was a name for them. I mentioned it previously. I did get onto YouTube support about it because I thought I was missing a setting, but unfortunately they're not giving us a say over that one. They say they're designed to minimize disruption while still displaying their ads. They don't block the video anymore, they just block the chat. What ads come up though? I have no clue. Oh, hello. Long time no see. Swiss to Zurich. Not a Wookiee because it's not even a Neo, it's just 321. Now, gonna rotate behind the building. Nothing I can do. It's just where they went on. Another red nose.
Shark 989, surface wind 100 degrees 08 knots, runway 10 right, good takeoff, so right. Thank you, clear takeoff 10 right.
It's a great system YouTube have. Advertisers pay them to advertise, and we pay YouTube not to show us advertisements. It's kind of mental when you think about it that way, isn't it? XLV off to Minneapolis.
Egypt Air 776, still hold line up and wait, runway 10 right. Runway 10 right, good takeoff.
Sorry, I'm being selfish. Hello, friend. Egypt Air 320 Neo will be heading back to Cairo.
Egypt Air 776.
Could you give a shout out to Ben and Ava watching in Cavan? Ben and Ava, hello to you.
Egypt Air 776, clear for takeoff, runway 10 right, surface wind 080 degrees 07 knots. Clear for takeoff 10 right, Emirates 1 X-ray line of away, runway 10 right. We're just waiting on the captain, we need about 30 seconds. Emirates 1 X-ray, roger, line up and away, runway 10 right. We'll call that a fine, runway 10 right, that's fine. Report fully ready. We'll go. So 79 guys, the Google, that's no one able to find it. 79 guys, hello. Shermark 7 X-ray, taxi to Air 6, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Air 6, line up and wait, 10 right, Shermark 7 X-ray. And Emirates 1 X-ray, we're now ready. Emirates 1 X-ray,
Jay, welcome back.
Right, number 2 for departure, to inspection from the Air 6. Hello, Captain, we're good. Ryanair 56 Fox X-ray, Airbus here. Here, Airbus here, Ryanair 56 Fox X-ray. Ryanair 56 Fox X-ray, back to Cheers, 6 whole short.
Darcy is on this Emirates flight tomorrow. Darcy, enjoy.
Lovely.
Will Emirates get a Ryanair enema? No, too low. Child. I know. EK 162 heading back to Dubai. 737 300. Triple 300 even. What am I saying?
168 continue here 7 all short runway 10 right caution wing for Ryanair on here. Emirates 1 X-ray surface 10
Pierre, we have, but not the Emirates ones.
Ryanair 1 X-ray
Pierre, we've had Delta, Qatar, Edelweiss, Latam, Turkish, 350s, all in the last 12 months or so. ATR will be heading to Leeds Bradford. Ryanair obviously lined up ahead of it.
Ryanair 81 Charlie X-ray surface 1060 degrees 07 right, clear for takeoff, lovely. Takeoff 910 right, Ryanair 81 Charlie X-ray. Runway 10 right, Ryanair 56 Foxtrot X-ray. Samsung 79er Delta, line up away, runway 10 right, number 2 for departure. Runway 10 right, number 2 for departure. Ryanair 56 Fox X-ray surface wind 080 degrees 07 knots, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff, lovely. Clear for takeoff, runway 10 right, Ryanair 56 Fox X-ray, goodbye.
circumference for Newcastle. Dave Flynn, how do? GPP will be Leeds Bradford.
On 90 Bravo, surface wind 090 degrees 07 knots, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff, runway. Clear for takeoff, 10 right, James on 9, no problem.
Alright, here.
168, random away, runway 10 right. 9 away, 10 right, 123.
So John, they'll be given departure instructions, what level to climb to on departure. Obviously, long-haul flights will have a higher cruise altitude than the likes of these ATRs. Most of these ATRs tend to stay below 20,000 feet for the entirety of their trip. But on departure here, they follow what's called a SID, which is a track that they have to follow that has height restrictions built into it on the way out. Now, if we were listening to departure, which is the frequency they change to around now, sometimes they're told continue their climb without restriction, or sometimes they're told to obey the SID. The SID will have the likes of 6,000 feet set at its ceiling, and depending on the aircraft they have speed restrictions as well, 250 knots, 280 knots. But standard instrument departure is the track they'll follow. It's very similar to when you hear them saying, when you hear them on ATC, when we're covering this side on arrivals, you'll hear LAPMO or MAXEV. They're basically waypoints along the way that they have to follow. So what you'll see, especially with the ATRs departing like that there, they'll go out a certain distance in a straight line, and then 9 times out of 10 they'll take an early turn left or an early turn right to get out of the way of these departures that are queued up here, because obviously the ATRs have a slower climb profile. The perfect climb profile for an ATR is between 170 and 180 knots, whereas the likes of these, especially the likes of Mel here. Is it Mel? It is. Will be at 220, 240 knots. If you want, I can switch the ATC to departure, and you'll hear them be given the instructions after they leave here. So tower will clear them to take off, and then it's an automatic switch to the departure channel after departure. So they'll do everything they have to do taking off here. They'll rotate, gear up, depending on their speed. They'll retract the flaps from setting 1 to 0, and you'll hear them call departure then, looking for further instructions. And 9 times out of 10, what we hear is unrestricted climb to 12,000 feet after departure. They will still stay on the course of the SID, just they won't be restricted on altitude. It's Ryanair to Biarritz. I'll stay quiet for a minute. We'll hit scan and we'll hear what we hear.
Wait, one zero right, Ryanair 5151. Good afternoon. 250. 250, that's Ryanair 47.
Ryanair 53 Uniform X-ray, contact tower 14760.
2468, Ryanair 53 Uniform X-ray.
Ryanair 14 Romeo Echo, turn right, heading 060, cleared eye left, runway 10 left.
Right heading 060 CI left, Ryanair 10 left, Ryanair 14 Romeo Echo.
Ryanair 5325, turn left, heading 150.
ATR off to Birmingham.
No worries, no worries. Ryanair 14 Romeo Echo. Circle right heading 150. Alright, yeah, Nancy Victor, Nancy 100 climbing 4 days. I'm up. Let's call 7 Victor, I think, or continue on that track,
So we're listening to departure there now, and you'll hear the gemstone was just told to turn and climb flight level 120. You won't hear this Ryanair being given clear off takens. We're monitoring departure. But just listen, after they climb out, they get to about 1,000, 1,500 feet, and we'll hear the next instruction they're given, just to show you as an example, and then we'll switch back to the tower. Now, I don't have the big booster aerial that I normally use when I'm listening to this channel, so it might not be as clear, but we'll see. This Ryanair will be going to Glasgow.
Good afternoon, they come on 209, just about to level now, flight level 130, 670 knots. 209, flight level 80, 209. Knots now, one toward that one, 209. Level of flight level 70, reduce speed to 220 knots. Well, that will be 20 knots right now, 40, remember. Disregard the Burma restriction. 220 knots, so disregard the Burma restriction, Sherman 125. Okay, sir, left. 0 right on 5.
I know, John, you mentioned Simon Lowe. Don't forget tomorrow morning, folks, keep an eye on Simon's channel for the mystery adventure of John Walton and Simon Lowe. They're off on a mystery trip. There's an ATR lining up by Sierra 3, look. Not even going to attempt it. I'm going to stick with this. We're going to get a close-up of the Delty. .767 will be heading back to Boston. Ghosty behind. The Ghosty is operating for Eurowings, heading to Stuttgart.
Runway 10 right, 16. Take off 10 right, Delta 15,
Just going to clip the top of the signary. Eurowings, Stuttgart, Ghost. Whoa. Beach Life, thank you very much. Wendy's after gifting 10 memberships. And you got double bonged by Brian and Tom. In the nicest way possible, of course. Thank you, Wendy. Meow.
Takeoff, Airlines 27751.
Norwegian Max 8 to Copenhagen. Nomad says Malta flag. Yeah, so the Stuttgart, that was Eurowings, but obviously they're operating on a leased aircraft. There's a 9H reg, which is Malta, so the leasing company helping Eurowings maintain their schedule. Burp. Ryanair to London Luton. Len, afternoon to you. John, if you look at Simon's stream, the quality is second to none. His camera work, and he's operating 2 or 3 cameras on his own. So that's what I mean by setting the benchmark. The quality of his stream is just, it's unrivaled. And the fact that he's doing it with 2 or 3 cameras as well by himself. Most of us can just about manage one. It's called multitasking. Yeah, I had 2 cameras for a little while, and yeah, I actually have the setup there, so I will bring it back fairly soon. But it's not something, for me personally, it's not something I'd be doing during bad weather. Good weather, no problem. But worrying about 2 cameras in bad weather, no, I'm all good, thanks. It was actually from this spot last year we had our first multi-camera stream, where we had this camera for the long range and the smaller camcorder for the close-ups here, lineups.
Just take off runway 10 right, shot 17 Charlie, bye now.
Brian, thank you for being here, and we'll chat to you later on. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Feels weird being here on a Sunday. I paid for it though, with a sanctioned trip to Blanchardstown Shopping Centre. Sheila, hello to you. ERB, hello. This is off to Lanzarote. Very much Shredderhead. That is the yeah, that's called twice the hassle, and I agree with you. Now, I have a device that sits on the top of the tripod and lets me put 2 tripod heads, if you know what I mean, on one tripod, so I'm not having to jump between cameras or anything like that. And I have a switcher. Now, when we did use the switcher last year, we noted that we had to slow down the switching speed. It was just jumping between the 2 cameras a little bit too quickly, so I figured out how to do that. And I do have it ready to go. I was actually going to do it today, and then I said to myself, do you know what? No. Well, it's okay, Adrian. I've been exempted attending the Blanchardstown trip, but the repercussions will be felt. Simon isn't balancing on a pillar either. That is also true, but when we're over here, it's not too bad. Additionally, if I was on the roof of the van, north side, it wouldn't be too bad either. I had planned, so what I could do, and I will be led by the masses, obviously, I can set up the multi-camera, so when I'm on the pillars, I have one camera for the planes, and I can have another camera mounted on the roof of the van, looking at me or looking at north side. We could also set it up in such a way that the second camera is on the double tripod mount and solely pointed at departure, so I don't have to spin on the pillars. We'll see. Looks there, Wookie. And they've asked for full length. Oh yeah. It's like fishing with two rods, all well till you get 2 bites. Very true. Now, again, if you were just using it for the one runway, like for instance here, where we could have this camera long range for the quality of departure and the smaller camera just fixed on the Sierra 7 line-up point, I don't think it would be a problem. Simon uses it very well, so you don't see any of this with Simon. You see where I have to adjust the lens and stuff? You don't see that with Simon. That's why he has the multi-camera. So when Simon is adjusting his zoom, he jumps between the cameras, so it's not as choppy. So you'll note when I zoom like this, the lens adjusts, obviously the focus adjusts, and the shutter speed adjusts slightly to compensate for the light change. That's why Simon's looks so well, because he does that in between. When he's on a fixed camera, he'll set the next one up for the next shot and jump between the two. It looks amazing. Anyway, Wookie, I'm going to be quiet. Pumping sound slightly. We'll turn it down in a second. While they make awesome sound on the ground, these E2 jets are rated as the quietest, or certified nearly as the quietest in operation during flight. So while we enjoy the Wookie here on the ground, once flying, passengers hear almost nothing. Looking at north side, not me. Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't want a behind the scenes camera, but people keep mentioning it. I'm like, no, I'm okay. Tom, thank you for being here, and chat to you later on.
Ryanair 26 Richard. 260 Qatar Airways, 06, Planning White, runway 1 direct. 06, Planning White, 1 direct, running 26.
I do say this all the time, folks, but don't forget Tom has a YouTube channel too. Well worth an like and subscribe. He posts all his overhead footage as YouTube shorts. We get spoiled. In Adrian's group, he posts all the pictures. But yeah, on YouTube, you'll get the shorts. Yeah, Sheila, I'm very much, I've always said that. The whole point of this is to watch planes. You don't need to see me sticking my tongue out while I concentrate really hard operating a camera. Because that's what I do. Tongue out levels of concentration. By the time she's finished in Blanche, I may be selling the camera. My darling wife would never do that. She's far too sensible. Thomas, how do? Buckets. Don't you turn. Don't you turn. Yeah. Unfortunately, CR6. Oh, through the bus window. Did you see that? Trademarked. Lewookie. Ryanair rumble. Old VF4 VTEC. The G6, Irish businessman, owns same. Qatar, 13 minutes out on the other side. There you go. VFR, now you're confusing me. Type of Honda motorcycle. John Anderson, afternoon. John Driscoll, hello to you. I wonder who owns the private jet. Busman was saying hello. Be a big fan of phone signal, the owner of that jet.
Runway 10 right with a intersection departure ahead, number 2 speed at 831. Sierra 6, 1002, 7 knots, runway 10 right, just take off. Okay, take off 10 right, and support that Sierra 6.
I'm going to try it, but I make no promises. British Airways going to be going to Heathrow. It's a 320, giving us loads of guff.
Runway 10 right, clear takeoff, speed at 831.
That was Manchester to JFK, Virgin Atlantic A330. That was overhead. May says, watching on the phone now, the TV has been taken over. Paul, how do? Aircraft on approach. Just flew over the apartment in Glenageary. So it's on the southerly track. So when they're on reverse ops, you'll see the aircraft come in either over the Bray Wicklow area, or they come in over Skerry's Balbriggan side, and then they loop around out over Meath and inbound for 10 left. Very similar to what we see departures on when we're on 28 right. You'll have the immediate right turn and then heading east towards the UK, or you'll have an immediate right turn followed by a left where they loop out around Meath and then head southerly down the coast. Just trying to see, can I see it? But I can't currently. Michelle says the Virgin Atlantic flight will pass over my house shortly. Well, Michelle, stand by. You're not going to miss it. Look at that. So, I've an update for you as well. Obviously, we were talking on Friday. So, I had a therapy session yesterday where I was telling my therapist the trauma that Patricia caused me and the whole penguin biscuits, bourbon creams, etc., etc. And the therapist told me I need to cop on because in reality, they're just chocolate custard creams. And I don't know what to do with that. Oh, I know, I'm silly. Add a ripe banana, top tier with Tato Not banana and crisps? No. Just waiting on my daughter's flight from Gatwick with Ryanair. She's cabin crew for Virgin Atlantic and she just got off her flight from Orlando this morning. Mate, no, I love penguins. A taste of their own. Exactly. They're not a biscuit. Nice little quiet moment here at the airport. Except for the road, obviously. We have an A330 on taxi. So previously, this would have departed in about 2 hours' time. But what they're doing currently is this overnights now, leaves at 12 tomorrow, and then another one comes in at 3 o'clock. No turnaround on the same day for Qatar currently. Len says 2 A330s on pushback. No, I would agree with you. Like, I am partial to bananas, but not in a crisp sandwich. I said this before. My grandfather used to eat Christmas pudding on batch bread samples. Well, Larry, we were only mentioning there earlier on at the start, Aer Lingus announcing, well, they're not announcing, apparently the Sunday Independent announced it for them. Cancellation of 500 flights for Aer Lingus over the next couple of weeks. Transatlantic and some European destinations affected. I haven't received that yet. I'm booked to go to far away on the 10th of June. I haven't received that yet. I imagine they'll give you about a month's notice, but yeah. Red Nose to Oslo. Good shout, Len. I was just admiring the way Norwegian done their winglets properly.
Elegant, inspirational, divine, virtuous, majestic, retro, with the cute button nose.
Yeah. God forbid we'd miss Wetwo. There'd be sulks. He'd lie down on the ground and throw his hands and kick his feet and refuse to eat his dinner.
756, 080, 6 knots, runway 10 right here. Runway 10 right here, big takeoff, Shamrock 756.
Dublin to Seville.
9, Charlie, Juliet, right here, 7 man on the way, runway 10 right. Runway 10 right, Shamrock 9, Charlie, Juliet.
XLW to Rally Durham. Obviously, as they go through little dark patches on the runway there, the light changes. There's nothing I can do about it. Michael, afternoon to you. ATR is off to Glasgow. Now, I kind of want to get the 3:30 turn on, so bye-bye ATR. Duo will be heading to Seattle. It will have to hold just because the ATR has just departed. Fireblade. I don't think the math is mathing on this one, but let's see. Oh, slightly. No, too low. Our second ATR, our second A330 is on taxi for LAX as well. Michael, that was a Fireblade, yeah, Honda Fireblade. Freddie, hello. May, it landed about, I'd say, 5 minutes ago. May and Adrian happy in one picture. A330 for LA.
Line up right, 10 right, 6500. And then 6500 is going to be 2 minutes behind the departing. Copy that, turn and 6500.
Got us a traffic jam of Ryanair's. Freddie, today is, like I said earlier on, today is about 760 flights in and out between them. I think it's 383 in and 386 out, possibly. So probably one of the busier days of the year so far. Patricia, welcome.
Thank you, Byron. And 6500. And Bravo 810 right, runner 8 uniform name.
That was Ryanair to Kaunas. Now we have Ryanair to Edinburgh. Ryanair for Manchester. Turkish from Istanbul landing in the background. Dan, welcome. Tenerife. May, chat soon and thank you for being here. This is FR 120 to Gatwick. Two for Lorenzo. Happy Sunday to you. This is Aer Lingus to Izmir, ADB. EI 406 to Rome. James, it's great, isn't it? You can't complain, like. Look at the taxiway, watch this, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we have a Ryanair going to the exact same destination, also FCO Rome. If things are too bright or too dark, let me know. I'll try what I can with the change in light conditions here. Two for coming up. There it is. Looks okay. Leave well enough alone. Okay. Obviously, if the sun comes out from behind the cloud, it'll get brighter. Let me know. I can dim it down. Such a twiddler. Ryanair to Malta. Leeds Bradford next for EVX. 321neo EI LARF to Cleveland. Hey, got the wave. Right in the back. James, I wonder will it even happen now with the way things are going in the current climate? It could be postponed. Obviously, more traffic at Dublin is always welcome, but yeah. Len, chat soon. ATR to the Isle of Man. Another ATR to Manchester sitting behind.
Check on 16 Mike, surface when it's 120 at 10 knots. That way 10 down, please take us. Take off on your right, go 120. Check on space 30 cover for that. 07 light up at way, runway 10 down.
Twofer. This is HPJ going to Manchester.
Canton 33 Charlie Bravo, wind is 110, runway 109, be predicted. Take off 109. Then 749 Charlie, good afternoon. Line up to wait, runway 10 at 07. Good afternoon, runway 07, line up to wait, runway 10 right, turn at 749 Charlie.
Ryanair to Berlin. It's Ryanair Sparks. You could tell King crisps were taken over because the quality changed. I've started eating, I don't know whether you've seen Manhattans. Manhattan cheese and onions. The same crowd that make the popcorn. Potatoes on a cheeseburger. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Stop rolling. Stop rolling.
Then 749 Charlie, wind is 100 to gate at 10 knots, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, on to right, Ryanair 749 Charlie. Fly 60 Julius House, good afternoon. Flight Sierra 7, line up to runway 10
British Airways Embraer to London City. Patricia doesn't eat a lot of crisps. She finds the bags have no weight in them when she launches them at Helen. Ryanair to Birmingham. Freddie, walkers are great in a sandwich, actually. There's something about them. Potato are gone very oily or something. I don't know what it is. You know me, watching my figure and all.
Stomach 172, surface wind is 100 at 8 knots.
320 Neo to Heathrow.
Take off 10 right, 172. Stomach 1 X-ray Lima, good afternoon. By Sierra 7, line up to 8, runway 10 left.
.321 Neo to Philadelphia. James says, hi Nan, going daily. I'm going to stick with the busy. NetJet's Challenger to Geneva. Go on, gives a wave or a light or something. Go on. It's Carrick's fault if everyone's going to the gym. Hey, if I am going, you all have to go. That's the rules.
Correction 887 Charlie, surface wind is 100 degrees at 8 knots. Runway 10 left, take a legal. Roger, jump. Runway 730 Foxtrot, good afternoon. By Sierra 7, line up to 8, runway 10 left.
Wait till you see the height of this already. I love these departures. You watching? Here we go. Can't even see this. Look at that. Mental. Oh, you broke it? No, we're okay. Ryanair to Stansted next.
Airport takeover runway 10 right, and don't speak to Foxtrot. Shamrock 5 make golf, good afternoon, may Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Sierra 7, line up and wait, 10 right, wait, Shamrock 5 make golf.
Aer Lingus lined up for Malaga. John, how do? I was just telling everyone to make sure to tune in early in the morning. I believe you're doing something quickly before departure on your mystery adventure.
Airlines 6, 9 kilo Foxtrot, South, good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right.
Good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right, Airlines 6, 9 kilo Foxtrot.
It's going to get louder here in a minute. Ryanair to Kerry and then Lauda to Zagreb. Oh, it's slightly out, look, the cone. Kind of makes it look like the Joker a little bit, doesn't it?
One Whiskey Hotel, surface one is 1106, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 10 right, Ryanair, 1 Whiskey Hotel. Sierra Wings 5 Bravo Mike, good afternoon. By Sierra 7, line up between runway 10 right. Sierra Wings 5 Bravo Mike, good afternoon.
Eurowings to Dusseldorf, you'll see in the background now.
Sierra Wings 5 Bravo Mike, contact minus 1207, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 10 right, Sierra Wings 5 Bravo Mike.
John, yeah, I know. Where am I? It's sunny. That's not the way this goes.
119, surface wind is 110 degrees and 8 knots, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Takeoff 10 right, Sherman 119.
321 Neo to Washington. LRD. Sorry, LRD. .320 to far away. Sorry, I know there's a plane in front of us, but look at that. With the contrail. It's class. Oh, I missed a quad.
Summer 496, wind is 1007, runway
Did I?
10 keep a takeoff.
No, I didn't. I'm okay.
Clear to go, runway 10, Shamrock 496, have a nice day.
Faro, clear to take off. We need to wheel Lewookie down to Sierra 7. So in the next half hour or so, we have our 330s to finish up. That'll be the way it's going to be until the end of the summer schedule now, unless there's mass cancellations. I think it's Chicago, Boston and JFK, isn't it? The 3 at the end. Orange nacelles, I'm guessing EasyJet. A quad on quad watch for back garden spotting. We'll let you know. Why, thank you. Retro is due out at 5:05. Now, I did say I was going to finish at 5, but, you know, it is wetwo. We'll see. We'll see. Graham, hello to you. Easy Glasgow to Tenerife. Thank you. I got my Aer Lingus email yesterday. Trip 10 days out. Sheila, I was just saying earlier on, I'm dreading it now. Then I'm going to get an email telling me Far Away is cancelled. Hopefully that Sunday Independent article is wrong.
Good afternoon, Sierra 6, line up to wait, runway 10 right. Hi, Sierra 6, runway 10 right, good afternoon, turn left.
And how do? Atlas Air 747 just off the west coast. William says, it's 1:38 in the morning on Saturday. I should be asleep, but anyway, I'm watching. William, welcome. So, the Aer Lingus is going Sierra 6. Air France Wookie. Come on, 7.
Surface 1 is 1207, runway 10, intersection Sierra 6, please for takeoff.
Air France, Sierra 7, say it. Say it.
Hello Tower from 49 Mike Delta, we are able Sierra 6 as well.
No!
Air France 19 Mike Delta, taxi left Sierra 6, hold short runway 108. We taxi Sierra 6, hold short 10 right from 49 Mike Delta.
Lewicki has declared for Sierra 6, unfortunately. Change of plan. We see Dubjet will have Sierra 7. Go on.
Air France 19 Mike Delta, Sierra 6, line up wing, runway 109. Line up and wait, 10 right.
Right. I'll boost the sound. Hopefully nothing definite goes by in the next couple of minutes. And we'll see if we can pick it up, but I doubt we will. Something with a roof rack coming anyway. You can hear the whistle.
Air France 19 Mike Delta, within 110 runway 10 right, intersection Sierra 6,
George, hello to you.
1 for right, 10 right from 49 Mike Delta.
Oh, distant, but there. Still not as good as the Lux Air one we got earlier. Tweet tutty. Ado straight in there. George, just so you know, the rules, yeah, wave to the streamers on the pillars. Down by Sierra 5. And you've got Pratt & Whitney GTFs slow down a lot and then accelerate multiple times. John, no, work in the morning. I'm not the first one up anymore though. Eric leaves for work at 3:30. I'll be leaving about 5:30. I could be nice and get up at 3:30 and drop him to work, but no. Pat, afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shamrock 1 Go Alpha Tower, Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Sierra 7, line up wait, runway 10 right, Shamrock 1 Go Alpha.
A330, going to be heading to Boston.
Shamrock 1 Go Alpha, surface wind is 110 at 5, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Take off, runway 10 right, Shamrock 1 Go Alpha, first one. Runway 61 Lima Lima, good afternoon, Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Sierra 7, line up and wait, 105, and 61 Lima Lima.
Ryanair to Brindisi.
Planet 61 Lima Lima, heavy Airbus departed 2 minutes ago, so causing brake turbulence, wind is 110 at 8, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. For takeoff 10.5, now 61 Lima Lima. Dana 8 Kilo November, good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, 10 right, Dana 8 Kilo November.
Kiarka, no, I'm working tomorrow morning, so nil by me. Anything from me now until Wednesday, folks. It'll be Wednesday afternoon.
Dana 8 Kilo November, wind is 100 at 8 knots, runway 10 right, keep it equal. If it take off 10 right, Ryanair 8 Kilo November, see ya.
Ryanair to Bucharest.
Dana 9 Charlie Tango, good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. By Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. And wait, Ryanair 9 Charlie Tango. Good afternoon. Continue holding point Sierra 7. Expect departure behind heavy traffic. Continue Sierra 7.
And Ryanair to Yash. You proud of me, John? I say it every time now. I can't say that word without it.
Dana 9 Charlie Tango, wind is 1106, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. For takeoff, runway 10 right, Dana 9 Charlie Tango. Summer 1 Tango Victor, good afternoon, by Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right. Sierra 7, line up and wait, runway 10 right, Dana 1 Tango Victor, good afternoon.
Aer Lingus A330 to Chicago.
Summer 1 Tango Victor, wind is 1206, maximum 12 knots. Runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. For takeoff 10 right, by
So we're going to be finishing up on the next A330, not this one. And Retro. JFK and our Aer Lingus Retro departure. bus cam. Posty off to Birmingham. So JT, that's exactly what happens here at Dublin. The early morning routes to Malaga and Faro are operated by 330s. They come back in the afternoon, they have a couple of hours downtime, and then they are back out transatlantic in the evening like now. Similar during the summer schedule for the XLRs. They do an early morning European leg and then an afternoon US route.
Runway 6 Whiskey Golf Tower, good afternoon. By Sierra 7, line up with runway 10, expect your departure in 2 minutes. And be invited here, not 10, Ryanair 16.
Ryanair to Agadir. Well,
Here all day.
no, I only started at 2.
All right.
Just be careful now, you can be heard, you're on YouTube.
Oh, sure.
John, you're most welcome. It is beside Agadir. I was going to say Agadir, but then people got annoyed with me the last day. So, but it is Ryanair to Agadir. That's the way it's going to be all the time.
8 knots, runway 10 right, take off the line.
Ryanair to far away. Here's something overhead, but can't focus on the one you're looking at. Yeah.
Ryanair 62 Echo Quebec, today 06 for the line. Today 06 will be okay, Ryanair 62 Echo Quebec. 62 Echo Quebec, roger, line 06, line up and wait, runway 10.
Oh, it was,
06, line up and wait, runway 10, right, Ryanair 62 Echo Quebec.
I think it was the Aer Lingus upwind.
Ryanair 62 Echo Quebec, surface wind 10 degrees, 7 knots, runway 10 right, take off the line. Take off runway 10 right, Ryanair 62 Echo Quebec, good day. Thanks.
So we have our A330, our final A330 on taxi. And retro behind it. With an A330 in front, they may send retro out via Sierra 6, so it doesn't have to wait, unfortunately. Patricia, you're most welcome. It was just, obviously, with work now the next 2 days, I can't do my usual Monday. That'll be back to normal after this week, because the rotation of my shifts means I'll be off the following Monday. So it's just annoying, you know yourself. Plus, how often do I get to stream while it's actually nice? Farmer, most welcome. Sarah Jane as well. Wednesday afternoon for our next stream. It's looking reverse ups for most of the week. Wednesday, the current forecast has 50 km per hour even. Winds, we'll see. That could moderate in the meantime. If that's the case, we'll do reverse ups on North Runway arrivals. If not the case, pillars for some close-up departures on 10 right here. Try get some waves. Wendy says, I'm glad you finally got some good weather. Only been waiting 3 years.
Yeah, 107 for daylight, 07, line on runway 10 right.
Thanks, Paul, for filling the afternoon for Dean. Slap. It's like something out of Lightning McQueen, that yoke. Smart roadster.
Channel 6, 5,000 120 to be 6 knots, runway 10 right, you have to take off the line. Take off on your right, 65.
We are going to come back for the A330 turn on here at Sierra 7. So Retro doesn't get airtime because they decided to go Sierra 6.
Virtuous, majestic retro
Bold
with
Wetwell.
the cute button nose.
So last plane, folks. EI 107 to JFK. Thanks everyone that has been here. If you haven't, do hit the like button for me. I shall see you Wednesday. Don't forget the adventures of John Walton and Simon Lowe tomorrow morning from Manchester on their mystery trip.
Channel 107, 120 to be 6 knots, runway 10 right, you have to take off the line. 10 right, here, take off, 10 right.
I don't think I have anything else to show you. There's no overheads. That's me. Folks, thank you very much. And yeah, I'll see you Wednesday afternoon. Blah, 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 blah. Wait for it. Off to plough a field. Anyway. Enjoy what's left of your Sunday, folks, and I'll chat to you Wednesday. Thank you very much. mods. Thank you.